Hello everybody and welcome to another F1 Manager 24 video. In today's video we are doing the American Grand Prix at Austin, Texas. There is it 4 rounds to go? Is it 4 rounds? What we got? 14, 15, 16, 17, 4 rounds to go. And Perez is 25 plus 34, 25 plus, we'll call it 35. Is that 60 points off? 35, yeah, he's about 60 points off. Which is not what he'd want, but let's head in to the Grand Prix. I'm going to go with 9th or above of Perez, and we're going to go 8th or above of George Russell.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. The Circuit of the Americas is known for its bumpy surface, and with around 133 feet of elevation changes, starting with the uphill climb to Turn 1, the Big Red, it's an all-round challenge for cars and drivers.
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And with round 19 kicking off, teams can almost see the finish line of the season.
What will happen
Round
this
14,
weekend?
not 19.
Only time will tell.
So that is FP1 done and dusted, and the final order was Verstappen, Piastri, Leclerc, who's got a grid penalty after hitting, I think it was Norris, out of the Hungarian Grand Prix, then Tsunoda, Vesti, Alonso, Ocon, Gasly, Bottas and Bortoleto. AFP2 has now come to an end, and the final order is as follows: Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, Behrman, Leclerc, Hadjar, Bortoleto, Piastri, Ricciardo and Logan Sargent were your top 10. So that is FP3 now done and dusted, and Lawson and Leclerc got into a collision, and Lawson seems to be given a 3-place grid penalty. But the final order in FP3 was as follows: Verstappen, Alonso, Piastri, Ocon, Sargent, Tsunoda, Hadjar, Norris, Lawson and Leclerc. We have 2 upgrades on for this race for Perez. I think just 1 for George, but I'll check the parts just in case. I'm looking forward to this race because it's going to be our last upgrades of the season, so we need to start doing well. And yeah, it's a little bit worrying when we go into the race targets and it's saying like, oh yeah, do you want to finish 14th and 15th? And it's like, well, not really when we're in a title fight, but we'll see where we stack up in qualifying. And we are 94% and 95% driver's preparation.
Our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
The session will be divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3. With the slowest 5 drivers eliminated from each period, their best times will determine the grid for the upcoming race.
As far as Carlos Sainz is concerned, Karun, how do you think he's doing?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
So starting our first flying lap in Q1. 15.5 minutes left of the session. I'm hoping this is just a one and done. I don't want to have to do more than 1 lap in Q1. And that's not a very good way to start the lap, being met by another car, and Perez is just going to be out with all the traffic in the... Yeah, Perez's time is over. Okay, we'll bring him back into the pits. Because he just got blocked, which is lovely. George Russell sets purple first sector, 24.6. Second sector is quite long, it's just one massive long straight. It's a 36.7. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Even I can't avoid it. So 133.3 for Bortoleto. And Hadjar and Russell are coming around the final corner. What's it going to be? Hadjar goes first, we go first with 1.6 seconds up. That's beautiful. Oh, 4. Right, here we go. Second flying lap in Q1 with Perez. Sainz has actually gone faster than Russell, so we might need to go out on another one. We are actually looking quite slow this race. Which is upsetting. Is that McLaren coming round to finish a lap? Indeed it is. Goes P7. Perez has gone purple in the first sector with a 24.3, which is nice. I think we're fast. We must be good on the downforce then. We have gone quite high on the downforce, to be fair. Yeah, what's Perez going to do in the second sector? It's green, which is as it would be because he hasn't done a second sector yet. But yeah, coming around the S's, I really like Austin. It's sort of a blend of many different tracks, but the Grand Prix circuit is very nice. Coming up towards the line, goes P7. So that is Q1 done and dusted, and the final order was as follows. Alonso, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Piastri, Sainz, Ocon, Russell, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris, Lawson, Leclerc, Sargent, Doohan, Hulkenberg and Antonelli, and knocked out was Albon, Gasly, Bottas, Behrman, Hadjar and Bortoleto. I am of the opinion that we should be fighting for... I think the 2 Ferraris are quicker than us, I think the 2 Red Bulls are quicker than us, and we should be on pace with the McLarens. So I'm hoping that we'll be fighting for like between 5th and 8th, but if we're in the title fight we need a little bit more than that. But into Q2 we go. Come out. Yes, that's going to be good. No traffic. So starting our first lap in Q2, we're not going to have any traffic, which is brilliant. Coming through the first sector. We've got the first sector's S's. There's sort of S's in every sector. Those are a pain on the driving F1 game, because if you mess one of those up you get the whole thing wrong and it's awful. Russell does a 24.2 and Perez does a 24.3, so they're fairly on pace with each other. Only about a 10th off, which is actually quite a lot, especially when you have a field set which isn't separated by much. But on this track there's going to be like 3 pit stops in the race, and the field spread will be nuts because it's like 2 seconds a lap between the quickest and the slowest car, so it'll be a good race. It was a 36.6 and a 36.7 for Perez. Russell does a 31.0, Perez.
Negative on the delta.
Only a 10th and a half off that, so he must have had a really nice last sector. 30.0. 30.0, yeah, so only 300ths off. Quicker than Alonso, which is brilliant. A pound. But that is Q2 done and dusted, and it was Leclerc, Piastri, Alonso, Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Tsunoda, Lawson, Ocon and Antonelli go through, and knocked out is Logan Sargent, Carlos Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg, Jack Doohan, Daniel Ricciardo, and the big shock of the session, Lando Norris knocked out in the McLaren. That is a bit of a shocker from him. If he'd done a 31.736, he'd have just got into Q3. So if he'd done his Q1 fastest time in Q2, he would have been enough for Q3. But alas not. Let's head into Q3. Right, good. So starting our first flying lap in Q3, we are on the same set of tyres that we done a Q1 and Q2 lap on. Just because I want to save a fresh set for the race. They're not going to really do much, but the other 4 tyres we're going to need in the race, and I need a 5th set of fresh. I think I'll need a 5th set of fresh just in case, just to have. But it's a 24.3 and a 24.5, so yeah, this lap won't be representative. As long as we're half a second off the leaders, or maybe a bit less than that, as long as we're like 3/10 off, then I know that it's just the tyres and we can actually fight for pole. If that is the case. But Russell's getting a decent slipstream from Perez, which is helping on his lap. I wonder if that'll actually hinder his next lap, because it won't be as good without the slipstream. But Ocon does a 31.5, Perez goes 3/10 off that, and Russell goes 200ths quicker than that.
This is a good lap.
So this is the lap that we have to get right. Starting our final lap in Q3. Is Perez going to make the line? Just by about 5 seconds. But yeah, as cars are going to start coming towards the line, we need a big improvement, because currently it's a Leclerc-Lawson front row. It's a green with a 24.3, and it's a green with a 24.3 for both cars. So they're both on similar pace. Alonso and Piastri have gone 2nd and 3rd. Ocon's gone P6. I can't see anything because of that sunset. That's a bit bright. Ouch. Russell's coming through the end of the second sector. He's doing a 36.6 and Perez is doing a 36.6 as well. Antonelli's gone P9 and P9 only. Tsunoda's gone to P2. Verstappen's gone up to P2. Russell's going to come around the final corner. He shoots up to 6th only, and Perez only sits in 7th. Oh, we needed 100th to get... We needed literally 100th to get Piastri, but if Leclerc gets pole, but he should start 4th, which puts both Red Bulls in the front row. This isn't ideal, this isn't ideal. Yeah, even if it's a 5th place, we won't be in front of Leclerc. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we might be. Yeah, the final order was Leclerc, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, Piastri, Russell, Perez, Lawson, Ocon and Antonelli. Let's head in to race day.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day. The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. The calm composure of Sergio Perez amongst the hustle and bustle of the grid.
Absolutely, sitting in P7 and hoping to pick up a few points for the team.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
I thought one car was significantly further ahead than the other, but they weren't. So Perez is starting on hards in P7, and Russell is starting on the mediums. Let's get going into turn 1. Russell with a decent start, Perez with a good start, maintains P7. Russell maintains P7. Right, DRS for Russell, no? Yep. DRS, ERS, down the inside. High overtake aggression, up into P5. Perez, let's put a bit of high overtake aggression on as well. Fleet.
Now this is Sergio Perez.
Oh, into the
gap
final
opens
corner.
up for them.
Lovely little move. See, just make sure he gets it next time. Oh, Russell in front of Piastri. From 6th right now. Right, we're going to go down the inside of Tsunoda into turn 1. Tsunoda on the soft tyres. Let's go. DRS. Go for it, Checo. Up into P5, that'll do. That'll do, Donkey. To think about it, but... There he is, fighting Piastri. There goes Piastri in front of Perez. Yep, got nowhere to be. Right, there we go, up into P5. DRS, so still P3. Right, he's broken the 1 second gap, okay. Hards and the mediums get overheated at the same space. Tsunoda overtook Russell. Russell goes back past. As you guys are watching this, we're probably like 4 or 5 races deep, but as I'm recording this, the first race in Melbourne literally happened yesterday. But in comes George Russell, because of... Oh dear. Slow stop, 3.5. That's going to do some
Down
damage.
in the pits. Oh, that's a slow one.
He's still got a decent gap though to push into. What is it? 3.6 seconds. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a decent gap. Verstappen is coming into the pits as I expected. So is Leclerc. Verstappen. Hards. Leclerc. Wow, that was close. Softs. Piastri. Softs. Russell in front of Albon. Behind Verstappen though still. Yes, can we get round this Aston please? Let's try and catch up to this train while Verstappen is still in it. So I think we're like net P2. Tsunoda comes into the pits, which means it's just Alonso and Perez on pure pace. Mediums for Tsunoda. Verstappen's actually on softs, isn't he? There we go. Get Antonelli at the exact same time. Okay, alright. He's gone. Let's not worry about it too much. Let's just chill. 5 seconds of that. Right, Alonso comes in as well. Okay. In we come then with Sergio Perez for a set of the hard compound tyres. 2.5 second stop. Lovely jubbly. And we are going to come out in P5, P6. I'll take that. I'll take that. Bro, but it just wouldn't. Right, Alonso is going to fly past Russell here. Hopefully Russell can stick with him to help sort of beat Leclerc. We're trying to get away from Piastri, but no can do at the moment. Let's actually try and catch up Leclerc, Russell. So there goes Leclerc on Russell. There goes Piastri on Perez, not quite. But like, what would this do for the championship? It'd put Verstappen only like 20 something points away. There's Perez in front of Leclerc. Don't fight so much. Piastri's falling off the back of this train. In fact, he might even be the first to come in on them softs. Alonso and Leclerc are fine on their softs. Leclerc's just got Russell. And Piastri's fine as well. It's Russell that'll be next to him. So, yeah, I think we're going for one extra stop compared to everybody else, but that's fine. Let's try. I want to try and get both of them past if possible. Yes. Why would you duck back in? In fairness, Russell barely managed to get inside out. Perez would have, but you never know. Move. Oh, can I get that one on replay? I don't think you see teammate on teammate action, right? On replay, anyway. Right, into the pits comes George Russell. Again, on lap 28. Perez's pit window is open as well, which is a bit surprising. 2.4 seconds, much better that pit stop that time round. Perez is still P4, and Piastri is falling off the back of that train. We are out in P9, with 30 off the lead, which would be just in front of George Russell as it stands. In front of him, so can we do that please? Or can we not do that? Never mind. Alright, right, now go for it. Oh no, you've given him DRS by doing that, mate. Oh, there was a hassle. Ocon went off.
See what happened there.
Locked up at turn
Heading down the
20.
straight. Oh, and the car locks up. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
And he just now needs to keep gaining on these guys. Because if these guys pit, he'd be 2 seconds behind them. Leclerc's come into the pits. The undercut is worth a lot round here. Goodbye Leclerc, as long as there's no pit stop mistake. In we come, Piastri is released. Piastri's on softs and he's gone the longest out of those lot. So we go on to mediums, 2.5 second stop. I bet the fastest is like 2.1 or something. And he's probably going to be out just with Leclerc. No, behind Leclerc. Not by much. Not by much. There goes Leclerc on Russell. No. Almost dead. Perez down the inside of Leclerc. 3. Verstappen's not come in yet, so we'll actually wait for him to come in before we start judging the gap of pitting. Oh, there we go. Perez, you need to keep that. Perez is in front of Leclerc, was in front of Leclerc, is in front of Leclerc. Really needing to get in front of George. Yes, there we go. Oh, no, he didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? Forced not to show that. Right, Perez. Down the inside. Lovely. Yeah, Russell hasn't got a response. Comes into the pits. He's out literally just there. Oh my god, that was a dangerous swipe. Perez in front of Verstappen. Weak pass, like it's no problem. I mean, wow. Wowzers. Would you look at that? Closer. Right, now let's just keep these two squabbling with DRS. This stint as well as next stint, that'd be great, but I don't think that's quite going to happen. Russell will be in next lap. Piastri's losing out, so we are doing some of the work with Piastri, just not with Leclerc. But Russell, get clear of him. Oh, Perez, that's not a place to go for it on your teammate. Right, Russell's coming in this lap. Perez will have a couple of laps from them. So Russell is coming in, but now we've stopped Leclerc from being in Perez's DRS range. Into the pits comes George Russell for another set of the hards. 2.3 second stop, much better. And he is going to be out not far behind Oscar Piastri. But we're doing one more pit stop than everybody else today, so we need to make up for it. Would have been great. The Alpine's going to hold us up though and be a nut job. Into the pits comes Sergio Perez. Mediums. I don't know what else I thought was going to happen there. And out he is going to come just behind Russell. Which means we need to now get this one. Get this place. 10th. Right, we need to run. Yeah, go, 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 go. Oh, Perez is nearly here as well. So he does need to desperately get gone. Right, get gone. No, no, no. Oh, why would you do that? You silly goose. You silly goose. Oh, it's getting close, man. Verstappen wins from Alonso, then Tsunoda, and then it is going to be Russell P4, Perez P5, Leclerc, Piastri, Gasly.
Sergio Perez, currently the man on our screens.
A 5th place finish ensures they're taking away a fair few points from this one.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That takes them up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the United States Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
The next round of the season will see Formula One return to the States as the glitz and the glamour of Las Vegas awaits.
I'm not feeling very confident about this World Championship, I won't lie. So Verstappen wins from Alonso, Tsunoda, Russell, Perez, Leclerc, Piastri, Gasly, Lawson and Antonelli. And we are just... oh, what is that? 21, 31, 41, 25 points in front of Max Verstappen. So we've still got a race wins buffer, but if he does that, he'll overtake us in 2 races' time. 2 races' time we'll be heading into the finale. And Max has actually had more podiums now than George. But yeah, Perez is fighting Alonso and Tsunoda for P3 in the championship. Russell's going to have the upgrade for next race. We continue to lead the Constructor Championship by 33 points, which is weird considering we were leading by over 100 at one point. Yeah, we are starting to struggle with the end of the season. We had a pit stop mistake as well, but I don't think that didn't cost us anything in the end. But yeah, let's head in to the main menu. Refurbishment complete to the memorabilia room. Chassis manufacture complete. Requires response. Wait, hang on. Against. What was this for? Oh, a bigger cost cap, so I voted against. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams voted against, so that means we outweighed them. Okay. Yeah, we'll acknowledge the delay. Thank you very much, everybody. Hang on, let me start that again. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you've watched on YouTube or Twitch. Thank you very much, and I shall see you all in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.